Hey there, my name's Niandra. This is competitive Overwatch Kings Row at around 4060 SR. In this match, I felt pretty good about my performance and overall just had a good time with it.
It makes no sense. Why? Not like you give the Torbjorn an advantage.
Damn. He melted me.
I don't resurrect our Hanzo because we're already down one and the enemy Reinhardt is very close by.
They don't have a lot of heal. They have Ana heals. Like if we just shoot their shield. Keep up our main tank.
We almost have Valkyrie, we can go in.
My shield's getting
This Valkyrie was pretty bad. I should have waited until more of the team was a bit further up and closer together.
My shield's down though.
I'm trying to
We're very split up right now.
But
Alright, we have a combo. Damage boosting when we use it.
Well-
Go in, just go in. Go in, we can do it now. Damage boosting. Okay, good. Damage boosting.
I up the Hanzo in it.
Because we've got a kill, I go to res and glue myself to that corner wall.
mine's low.
Anna's behind you, Reinhardt.
Yeah, get on it, get on it.
Get on it, on it.
I thought about swapping to Lucio to get to the point quicker, but felt I was too close to Valkyrie. And I'm glad I didn't because the team was fine without me. I take a moment from attending to allies to see if Hanzo's corpse can be reached.
Let's back up. They have
Oh,
4 heal.
dude, the res, that's crazy.
And it is. This res wasn't game changing, but I am pleased with it. The enemy team might have been more aggressive if we were one down.
Shield's getting low.
I start healing our Reinhardt, see he's in the Transcendence, and immediately go for damage boosting our Hanzo ult instead. If the enemy team was running Mercy or more of them had pushed up to deal damage, I probably would have stuck to healing. But with just enemy dragons, I think this was fine. I have said this before, but I love pushing up with allies after capping a point and damage boosting them. However, here we only have one person on cart, so I try to do both. Now that we have 2 on cart, one of them being our Zenyatta, I push up again, mainly to heal Hanzo.
I'm trying to farm the...
I have Shadow.
They might have Shadow of the...
I take a huge risk in Valking while 2 enemies are slammed, but it's so important we win this fight and cap the point. Attackers losing the fight before a checkpoint can be really devastating because they then have such a distance to walk back.
No, just that on point. Somewhere else.
I probably could have gotten away with leaving this res. We capped the point, won the fight, and our spawn point is closer to the cart. But fuck it, I don't think it was a bad res. Like, it could be punished, but it does mean more of us can push the cart and up to their spawn.
Let me get you patched up. Don't let up on them. Enemy contact. Not good. Let's get you back out there.
In the space of like a second, a bunch of allies and myself get way too close to each other and form a nice gravitable ball. Okay, so there's a few things wrong here. In the past, I've said that you should stick to damage boost during friendly Zenyatta's ult because, outside of special circumstances, there's no point in healing people who are already receiving 300 health per second. This here was one of those, although it may not have actually made a difference. You can see multiple enemies like Reinhardt are pushed up. Compare this to the earlier situation where it was just dragons doing damage. The second thing is, my beam is on our Zenyatta, who is ulting and invulnerable. I do push up and position for the res, but the rest of my team wants to back off, which is fair enough. Like, we don't want to be fucking around with the nano booster brigade.
Hanzo. You're fine, just figure.
Alright, you need to be able to swing into it. That's how it
Yeah,
works.
last time I got
Yeah,
Hanzo.
yeah.
Couldn't
Yeah,
get him.
yeah. You got shattered as well, right?
Yeah, actually, I think I did. I don't remember.
Damage amplified.
Ready?
I'm ready. Damage boost me?
I keep damage boosting our Hanzo, despite Reinhardt and Zarya being badly hurt. Since I didn't hear the enemy team use Transcendence, I may have been better off healing, but I think this play was okay. It would have been safer to wait until the enemy Zen on cart was dead to res, but I bring back our Reinhardt just fine. This play could be punished if the enemy is quick to regroup and picks one of us off next fight.
I'll Valk when they...
The Rhine probably has Shadow here.
I take out the pistol and blind fire for that last chunk of ult charge.
She's low, she's low.
Ana's done right.
1 point.
My beam loses connection for like half a second, not really a big deal here, but you generally want to avoid it anyway.
Great job.
We capped the point, and that res on Reinhardt wasn't punished.
Score 3-0. Switching sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers in.
If the enemy team was running Widow or anyone in the high area of their spawn, my positioning here could have been punished. I push up to resurrect our Niandra. This turns my back to the rest of my team, and I'm unaware that Zarya is also dying. I think my positioning was pretty trash here. From the start of the round, I should have been just a bit further back, like near the point, so I had a good view of my team.
Damage increase.
There we go, stop staggering.
Yo, don't go Tracer, go Brigida. No. Okay. I am not your dad.
Damage boost engaged.
It's fine. You did fine as Tracer last.
Yeah, and I got butt fucked as Brigitte last round.
I was worried this was going to turn into an argument, so I'm just like, it's fine, we're all fine, play who you want.
Powered up.
I was aware of how close I was to other allies, but our Reinhardt wanted to push up a little, so I stuck to peeking the corner.
Shield's getting low.
Be careful of Shadow grab.
As Reinhardt backs up, so do I, putting distance between me and my allies.
Push in, push in, push in, push in.
I have Shatter.
Heroes never die. I'm taking care of you.
Ow!
I do go to res this despite being one down. My thinking is, well, we've already committed to this with our use of Transcendence.
Can't right now.
Rhine's low, their Rhine's really low.
Wait, come shield break with me then.
We just need a proper regroup.
Alright, I'm gonna farm my thing. Don't grab.
Damage
We have to, actually we have pulse.
We're not gonna be able to contest this point. We gotta give it up.
Pulse doesn't work though.
It should do.
The payload.
Yeah,
No,
it's
'cause
kinda
they're gonna
inconsistent.
bubble
It
it.
might work.
They don't
It
have
can't be
trans,
Let's
tanked.
take you back
Okay,
out
thanks.
there. Damage boost engaged.
It'll go
Do
through
it
trans
trans.
though. They're just gonna bubble.
Your
I don't know.
support has arrived.
I have Shatter. They have Shatter as well.
Healing stream
I'm grabbing
engaged.
now.
Fire at will.
It's big.
Oh, damn.
I got 4.
No more, no more.
Great job.
Right.
I'll kill the
beside
Hanzo.
you.
I blinked and he had shot me still.
This is not your time.
Welcome to this shitty game. I'm gonna go for a flank Shatter. Everyone play back towards card.
Where does it hurt?
Enemy contact.
Damage increase.
They're here, they're here, they're here.
3 down.
You needed a doctor?
I hover around the corpse / corner in case there's a frame where I can resurrect our Reinhardt.
Zarya's 1 HP.
Ich kümmere mich dich. Help me. Powered up.
They have Genji now. They always had Genji, didn't they? Okay. They probably have Genji out.
Back up and I can dragon.
I go from healing Reinhardt to healing Hanzo because he's squishier. As Hanzo ults, I look for any hit markers to start damage boosting, but they don't appear, so I stick with healing.
My shield's down.
Heroes never die.
Stalling point with my
Yeah,
face.
down her.
Healing stream engaged. You should be at peak performance levels. Let me get you patched up.
I stood still for a second.
We still
That's
need
so
you.
unlucky.
Damage boost engaged.
Careful again, G.
I blind fire for ult charge and embrace death.
Team kill.
Alright, we have tire, grab.
Quick note, we didn't actually have Riptire ready. Our Junkrat was at 94%.
This side, go the other side.
You needed a doctor?
I'm just gonna ult card. You ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Nah, nah.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Ryan's down.
We had the combo. We had
Sorry, this is
tire.
winnable. This is winnable. You're only down one. We have better spawns.
Tire, good tire. I got the tire.
Ugh, sad I missed this resurrect on Reinhardt. I think I could have done it if a bit quicker, although healing Zenyatta was also important.
I didn't quite have tire when you grab.
Yeah, you were all out of luck.
I can mine into it. Bad, dude.
It was good. It was good.
Schaden verstärkt.
Just keep spamming the shield.
Yeah, I'm trying to spam from safe spots.
I Valkyrie to reposition. I know by audio cues that Dragon Strike will be coming from the left, but had no clue where Hanzo actually was. That resurrect on Reinhardt was trash. It was risky to pull off, and then I just kind of leave him to die again as he respawns in a ball of enemies.
You're even right now.
I dance on top of these crates,
Hanzo's top left peeking the window.
and then someone mentions Hanzo, so I immediately get off them.
I peeked it into his face.
Res in 6 seconds.
Don't res him. It'd be a waste anyway.
Bereitschaftsdienst.
Yeah, I can't.
Even though he said it would be a waste, I did position for it. I feel like I'm playing a bit too close to everyone and back off just a tiny
The
bit.
shield's down right now.
No.
Nice shot.
And my shield's about to get dropped.
Let me get you patched up. We make
The
a
barrier's down.
Haha, what a joke. Wasn't even aiming at me.
back in the
Our Zen died so quickly to burst, I couldn't have helped him here.
All the way, back up all the way.
Yeah, we are.
A lot more,
Have shatter.
lot more.
Just break the shield. We have 6 ults. We can just grab Hanzo.
60 seconds remaining.
damage amplified.
Try to do it early so they can't do theirs. That's what we're looking for right now.
They're gonna grab.
No.
Damage PC, damage PC.
I think this Valkyrie was pretty fucking terrible, and if I was going to use it, I should have done it a few seconds earlier. Unfortunately, I activate it right as 2 allies die. And the res during it was also a terrible move. Basically, I've staggered an ally while the enemy is nearing the end point.
Somebody go main, somebody go main. Somebody go Lucian.
Since I died after Valkyrie and res was on cooldown, I could have swapped heroes then gone back to Mercy, which would have reset the res cooldown. I could have done that here and wanted to, but just kind of fumbled.
0 seconds, just get it to 0 seconds.
The Znyaz lows and...
They have a Brigitte now.
10 seconds remaining.
Stay on, stay on, stay on.
Down at me. You guys got this?
Yeah, I think we.
Yeah, we got it. Hold on, guys.
Oh, thank fuck.
Good shit.
When Team A makes it to the end with time and Team B does not, Team A can only win or draw. We knew we weren't going to stop them this round, so that was the best outcome we could get.
3 to 3.
We just need one good combo. That's
Okay,
it.
so,
I guess I just want our like mid game to be good. I want to do damage.
Attack commencing.
but now he can pocket me through everything. And that makes me happy.
Let's get you back out there.
Here, I position in a way where I use the wall for cover and keep moving forward to peek my team. I mentioned it in my guide and it's generally a good way to position, but then my team pushes my left side and I'm slow to readjust. Reinhardt dies and I would say that's my fault for not attending to him. My thought process behind this res was we don't have much time left, let's save a few seconds on regrouping. I definitely could have let this one slide, and if we'd pushed to point immediately and someone died, it would have been punished. Also, I'm pretty sure I was body blocking our Hanzo there and just generally getting in his way while I was standing on that bus.
Oh, he's just chilling in the back.
Alright, zoning him off. They have to get on point. Anna's on point, half.
Hey, great work.
In conclusion, it's fucking surreal to finish a match and think, holy shit, I played so well, and then watch the footage and it turns out you made so many mistakes. That being said, I am happy with how I played. Stats aren't everything, but I think mine are really solid here. I consider 13 reses quite a lot, but I recognise some of them were crap and hurt my team. Anyway, that's all from me this time. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to join my Discord. It's a little hub for both the game I'm working on and my YouTube stuff. We've got almost 300 members and love new people. Thanks!